Hi, my name's Koki, and I'm a freshman at UC Berkeley. I study computer science, and I'm from Japan. And outside of class, I'm learning about how machine learning and artificial intelligence can help predict the weather to make the world safer. I wake up about 8 a.m. every day, and I have class either 9:30. I have linear algebra then. It's always a big class. And then I have the English class for about 2 hours. At 12, I have lunch with a couple of my friends. You know, there's a couple like soup places, a lot of healthy salads. I really like this place called Brown's over there in the natural sciences area, where we can get like salmon and healthy foods. And then after I have my data structures class, CS61A, from 2 to 3. That's also a big lecture. But then after 3 hours of break, I have an hour and a half lab. It's pretty late at night. You always get hungry, but it's fun. It's either like a discussion where you learn slowly with like 30 other kids, or you work on labs where a couple of students that already took the class can help you learn and figure out a lot of the problems, because it's all about problem-based learning. It doesn't just come to you, and so you got to collaborate, and it's always fun, and I look forward to that. And then Tuesday and Thursdays, they're a lot more chill. I only have class till 11 a.m., just my math class, and then I go straight to work. At Atmo, we do weather prediction, and it's only about 15 minutes from campus. This is the social sciences building, and I'm heading into my work and labor class. It's the first English class that we all have to take. We have to take R1A and R1B, which takes about a year. Everyone at UC Berkeley has to take it, and I decided to do work and labor because I'm interested in how human labor works and how we can contribute more effectively. So you go down the library we just tried, and also the student-only library. You go down, and everything under this field is a library. This is the university library. I come here every single time just because it's less crowded and also very nice. The ceilings are really high and they have ceiling windows, and it's very peaceful and calming. I get to focus here. I'm currently studying computer science, still haven't declared it yet, and the reason I wanted to do computer science is because I want to have an impact, and I really find problem solving really interesting. And so it's kind of like similar to chess, you could even say, or like just solving puzzles. And it's not, a lot of people think like programming is just, learning how to code and like type things on the computer, but I think it's more about having a different mindset that you can, think through a lot of problems, use your paper, and doing a lot of things off the computer, and then just being able to format it onto the computer later. Yeah, so we're split up into lower divs and upper divs, and there's Calc 1, Calc 2, linear algebra, and then, so those are the math-based classes. And then we have CS61A, which is introduction to Python. However, it's important to note that although it's an introduction class, most of us have some experience, at least with like AP Computer Science and just personal introductions to computer science, just because how we introduce things so quickly. So we'd go through like recursion, tree recursion, mutual recursion in like 2 hours, and then you're expected to just cover it on your own. And so getting that mindset to code has to be already there before you take it, but they have other classes that are, softer, that have softer introductions. And then you have the Java version for data structures, and then you have discrete maps, CS70. And once you take all that, and with the minimum GPA requirement of 3.3, you can declare a CS major. And then the upper divs vary a lot, from machine learning to like visual design, like digital design. And we can also do study abroad, which is a great thing. because we're in the University of California system, and so there's a lot of places you can go. I'm personally looking into all of the UK schools, European schools, and like University of Copenhagen. I think it would be really interesting. I don't have a complete idea yet, but just because being in Berkeley allowed me to get a lot of introduction to a wide range of things. For example, like at work, I'm learning about climate and machine learning, but also there's like if you think like you have like a niche hobby or anything interesting, there's definitely going to be a certain group of people that also like the same thing, just because of how many people are at this school. And yeah, I mean, after getting introduced to a lot of different topics, I think machine learning is really interesting, especially with the climate as well, because it actually has a great amount of impact and something that is in the right time spectrum for me. A lot of people think Berkeley is like very competitive just because we have like grade deflation and everyone trying to compete each other. I haven't felt that way at all. I think we're all trying to make it into our field and trying to succeed on our midterms and finals, that we're all being collaborative, forming study groups, which I really enjoy. Other than my CS classes, I take, there's this thing called the breadths requirement. So there's like the arts, the social sciences, physical sciences, and biological sciences that we all have to do. So I learned environmental science, and I did a lot of Western music history last semester, which is really interesting. It gets really boring if all your life is just CS, 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 and I think everyone can agree with that. I really like that we get to explore a bit, have some room in our schedule, but it's also not to that extent that like I have to do so many classes before I even get to touch CS. And I think that's really good. Just because we're a public system, we have a lot more freedom with what we can do with our classes. We can take up from 13 units to even, I know some people take 24 units, and it's insane. But yeah, we get a good range of classes, and yeah, I think it's a quite eye-opening experience. I think the best thing about UC Berkeley is the people. There's all kinds of people here. Even if you think you're like, you're very unique. Like I thought I was really unique, but I came here and there's so many people like me, and I can just like feel really comfortable with them. I think one advice I could give for people applying to UC Berkeley is that it's good to be unique, and it's good to be confident that you're unique, because UC Berkeley, I think, looks for unique people, not just people that are good, that have good grades, that have good extracurriculars. I think it's people that are out there that are confident at being unique and being themselves, and I think that's a big part about being here in UC Berkeley. If you like this video and either you're applying or you want to learn more about colleges, please subscribe and like this video.